Peace and blessings. It is Monday, and thanks for listening to today's episode, and enjoy this intro music. Peace. We'll roll out about a minute and a half. This is at LOX. Go check them out. New LOX mixtape on YouTube's.
Windows on chilling, smoking sour, getting high. You don't even know who's in it. Oh no, they don't want to blow. They just sitting there, eating it, touching my dough. Got my revolver on top, since we cool, but I don't give a fuck. Keep talking, I'ma let that thing buck. Oh no, they don't want to blow. They just sitting there, eating it, touching my dough.
Red book and rewrote the scripture. Not a culture vulture, culture shifter. Headshot, so I don't gotta hope it hit you. Yet still my life's like a motion picture. On the same road, just enhancing the route. As far as the bricks, I moved a substantial amount. Fake niggas is the cancer, cancel them out. Ready whatever you gotta do if you the man of the house. And oh yeah, fuck the label, fuck full money is fuego. Everybody eating, so they gon' do what I say, yo. Even the police, long as I keep them on the payroll. Money machines and the scales on the table.
D-block, 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 D-block.
I'ma just remix y'all shit and get big off it.
It was on the train. 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 I dream big, used to hustle work right out of a fiend's crib. Made a little cash when he was down on the phone. Used to fall asleep and dream about the islands I own. Had an aircraft carrier to carry the jets. Fleet of the whips and all of the set. The quarterback bought the whole front line of Rolex. Perpetual peace, connect with the streets. Dissecting the beats till the lessons complete. And whoever try to test, know the weapons released. I dream big, took me a nap, it seemed big. Woke and lit the smoke, start spitting some mean shit. Helicopters and Cartiers, tricks of the green 6 and the white 5. Was saying Melly Mel on white lines. Hedge fund money in pipelines. Leave it with your family, live out your lifetime. It was on the train. 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 It was on the train.
That is crazy how everyone's involved. I'm not saying it's crazy. I'm saying that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But like, everyone does like Pride Day. They celebrate, you know, all the festivals and things that go on in the city of Milwaukee. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it's like Pride Month or whatever, so everyone's all participating in that, whether they're gay or not. You know, everyone's posting, everyone's sharing, everyone's getting involved. You know what I mean? But then, and I'm talking about everyone too, like you see just locally here in Milwaukee, like I noticed it last year, definitely for sure. There was no doubt about it. I definitely noticed it. Like, for example, like on the news stations here locally, I noticed it was, well, I only watch 12, I watch Channel 12 and CBS 58. I don't watch 4, not for any reasons, and I don't watch 6. I don't watch Fox 6 at all, because they're a Republican channel to me. I only watch Fox 6 when Packer games are on. That's it. Other than that, you'll never see my TV on Fox. That's how territorial I am. I don't mess with none of that Fox shit. Just the Packer games, that's it. You can ask Michelle, she'll tell you. But even I'm noticing on I was noticing last summer, right? When Juneteenth rolled around, like, like a couple days before, and even like on the day of and stuff like that, I didn't see any of the news channels. I'm saying like the white, like people on the news channels, I didn't see any of them like shouting out Juneteenth Day or saying like Happy Juneteenth Day, like whether as they were doing their weather report or they were just doing the news or the sports. I didn't see any shout outs. But I was seeing the shout outs and I was seeing people, and I didn't see any of the white newscasters or the white news personalities or whatever you want to call them. The anchors, just all of them, right? I didn't see any of them down. And I'm not saying that they weren't there. But I know I was there. I was at Juneteenth. I mean, obviously I didn't see every single person that was at Juneteenth, but I'm saying I didn't see, like, when I saw people like doing their weather reports and all that stuff like that, I didn't see any of them like including like Juneteenth, you know what I'm saying? Like, Happy Juneteenth Day, if everyone's going out to celebrate, blah, blah, and all that. I didn't see any of that. But like when it was Pride Month last year and stuff, I saw the news people like literally at the Pride Fest events, dressing all up. You couldn't tell if they were gay or not, because they were all dressing up. And I'm not, what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with showing support. I'm making the comparison of how I didn't see the same energy for Juneteenth last year. I didn't see them saying, how happy Juneteenth, and, all that. But I saw them definitely promoting Pride Fest. Like I said, whether it was in the news or on when they were doing their weather reports and stuff like that, they were all happy, happy Pride Fest Day and all that. I definitely noticed that. And then like on their posts, like on the phone and stuff, like people have their own, Twitter pages, Facebook or whatever, and you see some of the news personalities. I'm talking about the white ones. You would see them and, you didn't see any posts about Happy Juneteenth Day or anything like that in their posts, right? But they were saying, Happy Pride Fest Day, all that, and shit like that. Not shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, damn, like, why can't you guys give any energy to Juneteenth? Why can't you, create and write a post saying Happy Juneteenth Day? I didn't see any of that. I'm just saying I didn't see it. And obviously, I didn't see every single person's, news post and all that either. But I'm just saying, from what I was noticing, I'm like, damn, like, everyone's seems to be participating or getting involved or showing love or showing support or giving a shout out, you know what I'm saying, to the Pride Fest stuff, which is fine. But like, I was seeing very minimal effort from the white news personality and news media when it came to Juneteenth. I saw the black people from the news stations down there because just naturally, they're going to go because they're black. So I don't need to pay attention to what they were doing, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm like, damn, like, so what is that? Are the white people scared to get involved? Do they not feel like it's their territory or area to say, hey, Happy Juneteenth Day? Or what is that? There's something to that. Or they just don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for whatever reason, they don't care. So I think there's a combination of all that stuff. And then you throw in the ones that are racist. You know what I mean? So there's a lot. That's a whole mixed bag. But I was noticing that. So I'm going to be paying attention this summer because you got Juneteenth coming up here soon. So I'm going to see, like, the news personalities, the news media, like the white ones here locally. I'm going to see if they're going to be saying Happy Juneteenth Day and, get out and support Juneteenth Day. And, hey, we're going down to Juneteenth Day. And I'm going to see if, the white news people and personalities and anchors and shit like that, the weather people, the sports people, all of them. I'm going to see if they're, you know what I'm saying, giving a second or a shout out to Juneteenth Day when they're doing their weather reports or their news or their sportscast or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And, wearing a Juneteenth t-shirt or something like that. Now, white people, you don't want to get out of pocket, wearing, you don't want to be, because you could end up offending us too, so you got to be careful with that. But, there's nothing wrong with throwing on a Happy Juneteenth, t-shirt. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. That's showing support. We just don't want y'all dressing up in blackface and all that bullshit, because then you're going to have a problem. You know what I'm saying? But there's nothing wrong with supporting black things. So yeah, I've always been fascinated by that. I'm like, so then they just don't really care? Just kind of like not really thinking about it because there's not a lot of black people in their world other than co-workers? Or like, what is it? There's definitely something to that. Yeah. I'm going to ask Michelle later too what she thinks because she is white. See, that's the other thing. I can get a perspective about the whites sometimes because Michelle is white. You know what I'm saying?
I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Hello.
Can I get one pack of Newport 100s, please? Thanks. Okay. Thank you. Have a good one. Damn. I think I'm still recording. I didn't even mean to have that off. Sometime I'll be, you know what I'm saying? I'll be recording and stuff. And then sometime, like, I'll get out the car or whatever to do something, you know, run, and I'll just forget to turn that shit off. That's why I always go back and, like, make sure, like, you know what I'm saying, that there's nothing on there I don't want. I mean, I don't, you know what I'm saying, I don't say or do anything I ain't supposed to be doing or that I wouldn't want, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, like last night, I'll keep it real with y'all. Last night, I farted a couple times on there. You know what I mean? We all do. So for people who are like, ugh, like you probably just farted 2 minutes ago or farted while you were listening to my podcast. But yeah, I was like, damn, because then Michelle's like, oh, are you going to take that out? And I'm like, nah, man, forget it. It is what it is. It's authentic. It's live. It's real. That's what I was saying, because to me, that's too much work to be like, oh, I'm going to go on and edit that and take that out. Like, that takes time. And anyone that does podcasts, you know that. Like, because there's been times I'll be like, oh, I'm going to go on and just edit this episode, you know, do like, or whatever you got to do to get your episode ready. And then you'll be thinking in your mind, you're like, oh, this will just take me like a little 10, 15 minutes or whatever. It ends up taking like an hour. You'll be like, damn. Because sometimes you end up having to listen to your whole recording back before, you know, you release it or upload it or whatever. But yeah. But no, that was funny. Michelle was like, I wonder if people think that you carry around a boombox or you have a boombox or something with you all the time. Because it's like, she was like, we'll be talking or you'll be talking, and then all of a sudden, like, jazz music could come on. No matter where we are, it could be in the car, in a store, you know, outside, you know, in a restaurant, whatever. It's like that. No, but I like, you know, I love music. I love music. People can tell by now I love music. And, you know, I like all different kinds of music. I mean, obviously, you know, rap, hip hop and stuff, like obviously that's way, way, way up there on the top of my list. But you know what I'm saying? I like a lot of different kinds of music. The only music you'll never, ever hear me listening to is just like straight up country music. Like we had some on there the other night because it was, you know, it was for an episode. So it was fitting to put that in. And then like heavy metal, you'll never hear me listen to any heavy metal shit. I have no interest in none of that stuff. One thing you can't enjoy heavy metal music. I can't like turn some heavy metal on and just like bob my head in the car to that shit. Just be like, you can't vibe off that shit. I mean, that stuff, if anything, is gonna make you angry. It's like, man, burn, 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 burn. It's just like, how can you even, like, yeah, I don't know. But to each his own, to each his own. Like, we're all different. That's what I was saying. That's what I always try to keep in mind, like, because, you know, a lot of times as people, we, like if we see somebody doing something different or, like, something, like, looks weird to us or it's, like, something is done the way that we don't do it or it's weird to us, we'll be like, dang, like, why does he or she do that? Or why does he or she say that? Or what? Because they're different people. They're a different human being than you are. You know what I mean? And then we'll, like, go off that and be like, oh, they're weird or they did this, they didn't. Well, they're a different person. people do things different. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But anyways, yeah. I'm back. I had to run to get some cigarettes, man. So I gotta be better at buying like multiple packs at a time. Cause sometimes I'll just be buying one or two. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gone in a few days, and then it's just like, I think I'm gonna just start trying to just like buy like 3 at a time. Cause 3 packs will last us like 4 or 5 days. You know what I mean? And then, yeah. So I had to go run them little errands and shit. But I'm back now. Yeah, I was just thinking about that though. So I'm gonna get back up here, but I'm gonna ask Michelle about that. But I was just noticing that, and I was kind of waiting for the opportunity to roll around so I could talk about it, you know, because I was noticing that last summer, like, cause like I'd be watching the news and stuff in the morning or whatever, and like I was noticing like when it was Pride Fest, everyone was like, oh, well, you know, go out and support Pride Fest. They were adding it all into their newscasts and talking about it, like making video clips of them like being there and participating and dressing up and all that stuff. I was like, oh, you know, that's cool. They're showing support, right? Bet. That's awesome. But then when Juneteenth rolled around, I'm like, dang, like, you weren't seeing that. It was like the same individuals, but not giving Juneteenth the same energy or any at all. I was like, dang, that's foul. So then you start wondering, okay, so what is that? So either the people that run the station and create all the content don't want to talk about it because they don't care, or like what's up with that? They, you know. So yeah, I was noticing that. Hopefully this year they'll be better, because I'm definitely gonna be paying attention. Hey baby, remember last year when like Juneteenth rolled around, and then like Pride Fest was like right around the same time last summer, and like how the news stations. Cause I was talking about earlier how I didn't really notice the news stations really like shouting out, you know, Happy Juneteenth Day, or like, you know, the news channels.
Yes.
They weren't really like seeming like they were too. The black people were, obviously the black people that work at the stations were naturally, but it didn't seem like the white people were like Happy Juneteenth. I didn't see any of them there. But when the Pride Fest stuff, they were all dressing up. They were all at the events. They were all shouting it out on their timelines, talking about it on the newscast during their weather reports and all that.
I do wish that they would do a little bit more on that day.
Exactly.
I mean, they kind of like highlighted the parade. Unfortunately, there was that shooting right after the parade, and that kind of like overshadowed the whole.
No, I'm talking about before. No, I'm talking about Juneteenth.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
How they, like, before Juneteenth, like, I didn't see anybody.
Oh, ahead of that day, yeah.
You know what I mean? But they were going online posting about saying Happy Pride Fest Day and happy and all this other stuff.
Pride Month, yeah.
Like, why I didn't see, like, white newscasters or people, like, having, like, why couldn't they wear a Happy Juneteenth Day t-shirt?
Yeah.
Or shout it out on their timeline, or, like, during their weather report. You know how they had, like, the 5-day forecast?
Yeah.
And like on Juneteenth, they could have had like Happy Juneteenth Day and said something about it during their weather report. But when it was Pride Fest, they were saying Happy Pride Fest Day and all that. They were making commercials about it. They were all dressed. You couldn't tell who was gay or who wasn't.
Right. Maybe they'll hopefully.
What is that though?
I don't know.
I'm talking about the white people. What is
know.
that? Do you think? Are some people scared to get involved?
I think maybe they don't feel like it's their day.
But they, and I was thinking that, right?
Like
and I know
maybe they feel like it's inappropriate for them.
What's inappropriate?
To celebrate.
No, it's inappropriate for them to try to run and control it and set things up.
Yeah.
But they can definitely participate and be a part of it.
I think like
definitely be a part of it. Just don't try running it.
We did see more white people than
they were
we
definitely
were surprised.
There was a solid amount of white people at Juneteenth.
Yeah. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised.
Pleasantly surprised.
Because I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, that's not, like, it's inappropriate for me to go. Or
but that don't even sound right though. It's inappropriate for me to go, and that's an effect. But that's an effect of them not being involved in black things.
Right.
And just not, that's what that is. That's why they feel uncomfortable, because they never involved themselves.
Right, because I didn't feel uncomfortable.
Not at all.
I didn't feel like I didn't have the right to be there.
But you've been around black people your whole life, so it's just
Yeah.
natural, what I'm saying. But for some people that don't, and then they all of a sudden they do want to participate, they don't know how.
Right.
They don't, it's like they don't have an outlet and they feel scared or intimidated.
Yeah.
But like, man, of course we want you to participate. Of course we do. We need more white allies.
Right, and this year they're doing something at Washington Park too.
Yeah.
From 4 to 8,
Yeah.
like after the parade.
They got something going on this weekend too. Was it the Blues Festival? I think it is. It's out there on Brown Deer Road.
Oh, I want to go to that.
I want to go to that too. Yeah. Check this story out. This is the white criminal for the day. Okay, here we go.
First at 6, a Bamberg County man is charged with the murder of his girlfriend, a 25-year-old mother of 3 who was reported missing last week after sending an ominous text to a friend.
Jarrett Davis is facing multiple charges, including murder and desecration of human remains. Megan Bodiford was last heard from on Thursday, April the 25th, when she texted a friend that she feared that Davis was going to kill her. Days later, human remains were discovered in a burnt car not far from where the couple stayed. Damn. Nick Neville, live on the story for us here in the studio. And Nick, you spoke to one of Bodiford's cousins this afternoon. So what did she have to say about this?
Right, so she was understandably heartbroken. This is the outcome that she feared and all along hoped wasn't the case. Megan Bodiford, a Bamberg County mother of 3, vanishes after texting a friend that she worried her boyfriend may kill her. 8 days after sending that text, the boyfriend, Jarrett Davis, is now being charged with her murder.
Good.
My heart it sunk even deeper than it was before.
Arrest warrants allege that Davis shot and killed Bodiford last Thursday night and then set her car on fire while she was inside. Human remains were found in a burnt car days later along a dirt road beneath some utility poles. That discovery less than 2 miles from Bodiford's last known location on Gents Branch Road. Another warrant accuses Davis of illegally possessing a shotgun based on his prior criminal history as a convicted felon.
If he would have been locked up the way that he was supposed to be the first time, maybe he wouldn't have even gotten a chance to get this far with her.
The Bamberg County Sheriff's Office executed a search warrant at the couple's residence on Saturday and took Davis into custody on an active domestic violence arrest warrant. Bodiford was nowhere to be found, but her 4-month-old baby was there, unharmed. Some neighbors say there had been warning signs. Stephanie Nickens, Bodiford's cousin, says she feels like law enforcement failed in its duty to protect Bodiford.
It could have been prevented. It could have. It definitely could have. My cousin, Megan, she called his probation officer. She called police multiple times. It's just different occasions where she reached out for help.
Nickens says that she hopes Bodiford will be remembered for how she lived and not her tragic death. Her cousin says that she had a beautiful soul and was a wonderful mother. Live in the studio, Nick Neville, WIS News 10.
All right, Nick, and the Bamberg County Coroner's Office has not yet independently released a positive ID for the remains that were found on Tuesday. DNA and dental records will need to be studied first, according to the Coroner's Office, but thanks for following up on that story.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Man, them whites are crazy sometimes. I said some of them, and those are the ones we're talking about. Speaking of that, like I'm watching a crime show right now. This shit is crazy. It's this white man.
Veronica and Sharon in Brooklyn and I.
Listen for a minute.
I had 2 daughters. They just fulfill my life in ways that I just never imagined, that it could be. still kind of hard to accept that I went from being so happy to losing everything. My life is gone and will never be the same again. Throughout the last almost 5 years since the incident until today, I haven't talked to anybody.
Some white man killed his whole family, that dude. That white man was grieving. That's crazy. You hear that music? You know what I like though? On a more positive note, shout out the OWN network, that Oprah, because you know what I'm saying, on the House Hunters and shit, they have a lot of black people like buying homes and stuff like that. You know, it's a stereotype that black people don't own homes and they don't buy homes. That's bullshit. Black people own homes, we buy homes. So I think it's cool as hell. You know what I'm saying? So House Hunters, yeah, they'll be having all black episodes. Check it out.
Perfect. Yeah, you can see the huge TV being here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the ideal space.
All right, so I'm excited to show you guys the primary bedroom.
This
oh my gosh, Kyle.
Huge. I think we can fit a king size in here.
So you agree that this is worth $430,000?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Kyle,
this is
do
nice.
You see this shower?
Whoa, wait. There's
a
tub
shower and a tub.
I've never seen anything like this before.
And we have our double vanities.
You know what I'm saying?
So we can have our own space.
Yeah.
We don't only rent apartments and all that bullshit. Yeah, House Hunters is a good show. Shout out House Hunters.
How much is that?
Thousands.
Come on, Mariah.
It's worth it, Kyle. Look at how huge this yard is, Kyle.
I like it. Who doesn't like a big yard? But it's a lot to maintain.
But think about the parties. Like, we could put a jump house over